Most men walk through life unaware of the force they carry when they're still, when they're calm. They think attraction is about being louder, funnier, stronger, more charming, yet those things fade and fast. What doesn't fade is presence. The kind of presence that doesn't flinch under pressure. The kind of calm that doesn't need to be explained. It's simply felt. You can't fake this calm. You can't rehearse it or package it into a pickup line. It's something that lives in your nervous system, in your breath, in your pace. It shows up when you're able to sit with discomfort and not run from it. When you can hold space for chaos without absorbing it, that's when women notice something different about you. And not just notice, they feel it in their body, even if they don't understand it with their mind. It's like gravity. When you walk into a room, you don't need to dominate it. You command it without effort, just by being rooted. That's what masculine calm is. It's not about being passive or emotionless. It's about being deeply connected to yourself, so nothing outside you has the power to shake you. Most men never get there. They react to every mood, every message, every shift in tone. But when you don't, when you remain calm, even when she's emotional, even when things get unpredictable, you become the anchor. The storm may swirl around you, but it doesn't pull you in. That's where the real power lies, not in chasing control, but in embodying stability. And when she feels that you're unshaken by her tests, by her intensity, by her fire, she feels drawn in, not out. Because calm doesn't silence her, it frees her. It makes her feel safe enough to be her full self. And that changes everything. When a woman senses that you're not thrown off by her emotions, something inside her softens, even if her outside is still fiery. She's used to men who react, who argue, defend, fix, or fold. So when you do none of that, when you meet her intensity with quiet strength, she feels it deeply. She might not show it right away, but it registers. She begins to feel safe in your presence, not because you said the right thing, but because you didn't lose yourself. Most guys crumble when a woman pulls away. They chase over text, over apologize, and try to soothe their own anxiety by fixing her mood, but you don't do that. You don't try to control her feelings. You give her space. You let the silence breathe because you trust that your presence was enough. That is rare. It's rare, gets remembered. The truth is, her emotions aren't the problem. It's how you respond to them that defines the dynamic. When you can watch her storm without flinching, when you can hold eye contact without the urge to defend, she senses a man who's unshakable. That's attractive. That's primal. She begins to associate you with stability, and that makes her crave your energy even more. Not because you're trying to impress her, but because you've become the kind of man who's not easily moved. You've stepped out of the game of reaction, and that makes her lean in. Your calm becomes a mystery she wants to understand. And the deeper your calm, the more intense her curiosity becomes. Not in a manipulative way, but in a deeply human way. You've shown her something few men can, that she can bring her full self, and you'll remain grounded. And when a woman feels that she doesn't forget it, she gets hooked. There comes a moment in every connection where a woman will test your calm not maliciously, but instinctively. She wants to feel what you're made of. It's not your resume, not your bank account, not your muscles, your core. She'll say something sharp, pull back unexpectedly, or stir up an argument seemingly out of nowhere. Most men take the bait. They react. They get defensive, raise their voice, or try to logic their way back into comfort. But the man who is rooted in true masculine calm doesn't do any of that. He pauses. He breathes. Lets her energy move around him without trying to stop it. And in that moment, she sees something rare, a man who can handle her without losing himself. She may not admit it, but that reaction, or rather, that non-reaction hits her deeply. It confuses her, intrigues her, even excites her. Because she suddenly realizes that she can't control you, can't knock you off center. And that makes her feel something far more powerful than fleeting attraction. It makes her feel safe. Not safe in the comfortable, predictable sense. Safe in the sense that she can express all the chaos of her femininity and you won't be swept away. You're the mountain to her storm, the ground beneath her wind, and that dynamic feminine chaos meeting masculine steadiness is the essence. Of deep polarity, you're not playing games. You're not detached. You're simply unaffected by emotional turbulence, because you know how to stay with yourself. And ironically, that's when she starts giving you more. More attention, more emotion, more intimacy. Not because you asked for it, but because you created the space where she feels free to offer it. Your calm invites her to drop her guard. And that's when the real connection begins. That's when everything shifts. The deeper your calm runs, the more magnetic you become. You begin to notice how your energy changes the room before you even speak. It's not about arrogance, it's about alignment. You're no longer performing, trying to be something for someone else. You've come home to yourself. Your posture, your tone, your silence, all communicate something words never could. You become the man who doesn't need to chase because his presence pulls. Women feel it immediately. They don't always understand it, but they're drawn to it, the steady breath, the unrushed answers. The way you hold silence like it belongs to you. You're not in a hurry to be understood, not desperate to fill every pause. That calm becomes your signature. It stays with people, especially her. She begins to feel that being around you is different. You're not trying to manage her mood. You're not trying to fix her feelings. You're just there, fully, unshakably. And that presence, that undisturbed awareness, gives her something most men can't. The freedom to just be. Without judgment, without pressure, without panic. She starts to open up more, feel more, and yes, crave more. She doesn't even know why your stillness is so addictive. But it is. Because in a world full of noise, your calm is a refuge. And you're not doing this for her. That's the key. You're this way because it's who you are. Because you've learned to sit with your own emotions without trying to escape them. You've faced your own storms and stood still through them. So now when she brings hers, you're ready not as a savior, not as a fixer, but as a grounded man who can hold space without losing balance. That's what changes the dynamic. It's what builds trust. It's what turns moments into memory. Eventually, she stops trying to shake you, not because she's given up, because she's found something solid in you she didn't expect. In your calm, she feels a kind of security that goes beyond words. It's not about solving her problems or offering perfect advice. It's about the way you stay when things get messy, the way your eyes stay soft when her voice rises, the way your energy doesn't shift even when she's in pieces. That's what stays with her. That's what makes you unforgettable. Because while most men react out of fear, you respond with presence. You've become the exception, the one who doesn't run, the one who doesn't try to control, the one who knows that real strength is quiet. This is where true intimacy begins. When she realizes she can bring her full raw self and you won't turn away. Your calm creates a container for her feminine to unfold, to be wild, to be vulnerable, to be real. And in that space, something powerful happens. She starts to trust you. Not just like you, not just want you, but trust you with her heart, her chaos, her truth. That's the kind of connection most people never experience. And it all starts with your stillness. The irony is that the less you try to control things, the more naturally they flow toward you. The less you chase, the more she leans in. Because your calm energy doesn't just impress her. She's no longer trying to guess who you are or test your depth. She feels it. Every moment she spends near you becomes a reminder of what real presence feels like. And in that presence, you don't just stand out, you stay. Long after you leave the room, long after the words fade, your calm becomes the echo she can't shake.